The new 1.5 anniversary celeb units have landed. And it's time to take a look. Now, when everything dropped, I was more focused on my streaming. So now it's been a few days, and I can offer you not just a banner review, but a showcase for all three characters. The first thing I want to talk about are these weapons. They are incredible. They're not just good, they're in a whole new league. Because they all have a cooldown skill just like the EX weapons, and they're going to expand our options. Since we're so used to packing those into our build for the cooldown, now we have even more options for that second passive, right? So in the case of the Akeha sword, we have timed agility. We have bold vigor, the Yuri sword, and fatal for the Yuri gun. Now they all have some sort of damage skill for the first one, and then some sort of debuff or buff. So in the case of the Akeha sword, a really nice attack break. The Yuri sword has a really nice defense break. And the Yuri gun, an attack buff. And of course, these cooldowns are element specific, but still awesome, and the stats are incredible on all three. Okay, as for characters, let's talk about Akeha first. So obviously, she's going to be very good in Arena. She has a flat agility buff to the party of 20%. 9S was the only one that had this before. And the good news here is that you can still stack timed agility on top of this. I've been using her alongside Christmas Fio, and you'll see that in a moment. It's very effective. And if you manage to get the Third Awakening party attack up, so awesome. Then, of course, she has the character skill that can be used at the start of battle, which buffs your attack and breaks the enemy's defense, and that can help take the edge off if you get demost. All right, you see if she's fully awakened, she's in the high 5,000s. And if she's not awakened at all, but 90'd, you can see it's 4,200. Cool. So let's take a look at my arena showcase of Celeb Akeha. So first of all, this is a cooldown team. You see I have all the cooldowns synced. But you're going to want to wait until they're ready to go before you cast that skill. Otherwise, you're going to freeze your cooldowns and defeat the whole purpose.
Is this gonna help?
So this battle went nicely. And here's another one. Same deal. Wait for my cooldowns. Everything's ready. And look how beautiful this character skill is. And because of the buff and debuff, everyone's going to be hitting a lot harder. Now the next one, I went up against a very tough team. And it really gave me an opportunity to showcase her usefulness. So first of all,
Who are you?
we get sniped, we completely lose a character. Then, a failed snipe, so all three of them are still standing. Then we get demost. But all four of my skills are ready, and here's her buff. It's going to be a close call. But luckily this last skill does it, otherwise I would have been in trouble. So, what about PvE? I imagine she'd be just fine, but if you still have Christmas Akeha, I would rather use her in Subjugation. That pursuit really hasn't been power crept. But if you don't have Christmas Akeha, this one should be still pretty useful with that buff and debuff. Let's move on to Yuri next. Now I did pour into her and got the max stats with 4 awakenings. Okay, so vigor, which is reflected in the stats. A new 100% blaze drive. 15% fatal on that third awakening. And then this character skill. So busted. She's being called the new EX Lars. And 200% with a 5 hit and an additional 100% if attack is affected by a status buff. Oddly enough, after 4 days, there isn't a clear consensus on that, but I'm pretty sure it means timed vigor Some people are saying it's the non-extendables like Pursuit and Element Boon, but that was called Special State before. And here it clearly says attack affected by status buff, right? So my bet is on Timed Vigor. If you have tested that and done one and the other and come up with an answer, leave it in the comments. But let's take a look at my short showcase of Celeb Yuri. First of all, here she is going up against the current EX Hard 5. Some impressive auto attacks, and then a lonely character skill. With all 5 hits capping and just deleting the enemy's HP gauge. Cool. Here she is in Subjugation, using Dark again. So, one of her passives is completely blown here, and it doesn't seem to matter. Okay. So, impressive damage. She's not quite capping on that character skill, but coming close. And because it's a C gauge, we're going to get 2 in, the same knockdown. Here it goes. And thanks to Yuri, I got my first SSS 6. Yes! So I'll be posting that whole battle in a separate video for anyone who wants to see it. Alright, here she is. I built her as a wind sniper in Arena. Okay, so that was a 3-hit against Noelle, 3-hit against Lars. Now, this is one of the scariest defense teams in the game right now. So I made sure to snipe that Celeb Marie first. But then there, Yuri sniped my Yuri. Even more showcasing, right? Now check this out. A 2-hit. Boom, see ya. Alright, and then of course if you have a chance for her skills to go off, of course that's going to be busted as well. Cool. Great. Now, Marie is being compared to Celeb Gale. Let's talk about Marie. Alright, so if you don't have her awakened, unfortunately her attack is still sub 6,000. Because that third passive is Vigor, that really helps stack her up past 8,000 if you manage to max her. Okay, then character skill. Very similar to Gale's. A 4-hit with a defense break, but here the defense break is just 5% less, which shouldn't be too big of a deal. There's a bigger multiplier, 150 instead of 85, that Gale has. And then even more damage with Bold Vigor. So very cool. So I have her 90'd with no awakenings. And let's look at my Celeb Gale, who I do have awakened to 4, so her stats are as high as they can go. That character skill, only 85%, another 4-hit with a full 50. So Marie's character skill is just a little better, probably, but they both have the same exact Bold Vigor passive. So for me personally, because I got no awakenings on Marie, my Celeb Gale is still a little better to use. But community member on the channel here and all the other YouTube Nier Reincarnation channels, you'll know this person if you hang out here or on any of those channels. I'm talking about Capiter, the #1 Marie fan. So I asked Capiter if they were willing to put together a short showcase of Celeb Marie since I wasn't going to be able to do such a good showcase myself. All right, let's head over to Capiter's YouTube channel and check that out. All right, so you can check out the channel here. And let's watch this video. So here she is as a sniper in Arena. Amazing. That was Griff. That was bloody Griff.
Here I go.
Versus Lavania. I still think water sniping Lavania is the most effective, more effective than light sniping.
Found you.
Okay, we can see what's about to happen here. A2 is in some major danger. Fair enough. Okay, the video is almost 6 minutes, so I'm going to do a little bit of skipping around. But this battle is very interesting because Capiter managed to get her character skill off in an arena battle. Skip ahead just a little bit and find that. Here we go. It's queued and ready. Look at this beautiful skill. Amazing. All right, now subjugation. Triggering the knockdown. Beautiful damage from the character skill and the weapon skills using the Saryu staff. Just with that C gauge, she's going to be capable of a double character skill as well. It's possible with an A gauge too, just a little more tricky. You need full short cooldown weapon for that. So here we can obviously check out her awesome damage, but Capiter is showcasing something else here. Let's watch the character skill, and then we'll see what I'm talking about.
Jamming signals.
Okay, so speeding up the battle because Capiter wants to show that the third wave was completely blown. Skip ahead a bit. Okay, so there was just a lonely, like, 2-star there. And Capiter still managed to... Oh, here it is. Beach View, not 2-star. But anyway, Capiter still managed to get SSS2 with absolutely no third wave built. Okay, moving on. We have the Scarecrow challenge. With Marie wielding the EX-VO Fist. So let me try to skip ahead to the first chain of skills.
Engaging.
So damage is looking good. Cool. So should you pull? Obviously that's a yes. You want all three of these characters. They're all amazing. And Marie and Yuri are going to be new DPS gods. So I hope your gem stash was looking good. I hope you managed to get all three, or at least one, or the one that you wanted. Okay, Capiter's just kind of showing off the stats and everything here. But that is all I want to cover in this video. Thanks so much for watching, and help me grow the channel by hitting like and subscribe, and maybe leaving a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on these new units. And thanks again. I'll see you in the next one.